Hello and welcome to Games for All. I'm Stephen Taylor and today I'm going to be unboxing Guild Ball Kickoff. This contains everything that you need to play the game of Guild Ball with two players, giving you two teams, the Brewers and the Masons. So let's have a look what's inside this rather large box. Okay, so I thought I'd try something different this time. I'm fast forwarding through everything that I do in the unboxing, so then you just get to the meat of it quicker this time. So we've got 3 rule books as we go in. Then we've got this punch board which has some scenery in it, as well as having all of the measuring things. Now, each side is numbered with a different amount of inches as it's measuring. Makes it a lot quicker to do 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, whatever you need to do, all the way up to 8-inch measurements, rather than messing around with your tape measure. We've also got the scatter semicircle as well, and an area of effect thing. Coming on to the second punch board, we've got our trackers for our points. And then these are great. These are little things for measuring your player's health as you go along. So they're little dials, and as you'll see a bit later on in the video, we'll be fitting them together. But I think it's just such a convenient way to keep track of health. You can print off all of the character sheets if you want to, and use marker on them and just print them off each time. But having these are so much easier. As far as I understand it as well, all the box sets come with these if you're getting new characters. On to our third one. This has the tokens to help you remember what you've activated that turn. I mean, it's such a simple thing, but so useful. I wish games like Warhammer 40,000 would come with that as standard for psychic abilities, for the stratagems that you've done, instead of you having to buy separate things. But with this, they give it to you out of the box. There we have our tiny little momentum tokens, and these are again things to help you remember what moves you've already used and let you know what buffs are out there. And then all the influence tokens for each team. The Masons have slightly more influence tokens than the Brewers for this, just because Masons can generate more influence. Here we have the double-sided game board. As you can see, you get one smaller piece and then one larger piece that slot together to make the full game board for you. So you can either play it in the Brewers and Masons specific side or on the football pitch. You'll also see they gave some plastic bags there as well, which I find are really useful. Now these are all of the player cards. They're double-sided, so you get to see all the stats on one side and then breakdowns of all the special rules on others. Now here are the, I can't even think of what the name is for them, so I'm going to call them widgets. The widgets that hold your health trackers together. Again, such a useful thing. So I love the way that this box is designed. You can see that every character has its own space. Now this is great. The characters come pre-made as well. You don't really get that in games, and it's so useful and so handy. I'm looking forward to painting them as well, because they are very nice models, as you'll see in a moment when I give you some close-ups of them. But first we're going to finish putting all of the widgets into our health trackers, and I'm going to open the dice up. So the dice are your usual D6. They've also got the Guild Ball symbol for their 6, because Guild Ball symbols give you various different things in the game if you've got them. So you can see me there spinning them around. Now here are our characters, and just showing them off next to the card. You'll have seen at the beginning of the video a slightly clearer shot of all of these. At this point of filming it, I didn't know how I was going to show it off to you, so I was just making sure you could see front and back and see the cards that matched with them as we went along. Each team has 6 characters, and of course the ball that goes with them. And the cards themselves, like I've said before, are double-sided. Now all of this is available freely to print off the internet as well. You can get all of the cards up to date with the latest rules changes on it. You can get the manual as well if you want it. Again, the most up-to-date rules on there. You can even print off any character that you want as a little standee. So if you're wanting to try before you buy, you can do that. So here we have the fancy panning shot of what is included in the box. Now, you've already seen the characters at the start of the video, so I'm not going to go back onto them. But these are all the tokens that you're going to find in the game and all the extraneous things. So you can see the barrel and the pillar there. They're specifically for the Brewers and for the Masons as terrain pieces for you, which change slight things, give you cover, that sort of thing in the game. Here we can see the Brewers set up for you. So there we've got the points tracker. We've got each of the characters with their health points, with their abilities that you can track as well using those icons at the top, and the influence points at the bottom. And a little bit about the Brewers Guild at the end. And then here we've got the Masons, same thing. So all the different characters for the Masons, telling you all about them. On the back of the cards, like I say, it goes into a little bit more detail, gives some special abilities for them. And then, as usual, here's me showing you how everything can go back inside the box. So the dice and the models all fit very nicely there. Now, this is a hint from Small World. I've said it before. Put your punched out boards in the box. It'll sit flush, and that means nothing should move around too much. I'm so grateful Steamforged Games has thought to give us these baggies. Makes life so much easier. The way I've decided to go about it is I'm putting all of the Masons stuff into one bag, all the Brewers stuff into the other, and then everything else that will fit in bags goes inside the other bag, just to make it that little bit easier for setup and tear down in the future. Now you can see two little black discs to the right hand side there. They just popped out of the middle of the AoE things, and I kept them just to see if there was anything they were used for. There wasn't, so they've ended up in the recycling bin. All the bits of cardboard that haven't been used always do get recycled. Now, one last thing I want to say about all these components: they are made out of nice, thick, sturdy card. I'm very, very impressed with it. I'm very happy with how it feels in your hand. It's not going to break anytime soon. So, there we have it. So, that's everything that's inside this box. It is a load of stuff. It's unbelievable how much stuff is inside this. They have been incredibly generous, giving you everything that you need in order to play the game, making sure that everything manages to fit inside, custom made inserts for the models to keep them protected. They really have put a lot of care and effort into this one, and congratulations Steamforged Games on that one, because not many companies do, to be honest. So that was Guild Ball Kickoff. If you've enjoyed this video, hit like, hit subscribe, but for now I'm going to go off and read the Captain's Handbook and find out more about the miniatures in this game, because they are amazing. Bye.